Well, as news of that missile strike in Poland came through, US President Joe Biden called an emergency meeting of world leaders at the G20 summit in Indonesia. Mr Biden described Vladimir Putin's war as barbaric, while Prime Minister Rishi Sunak said Mr Putin had shown utter contempt for international order. Our political editor Andy Bell sent this report from Bali.
Rishi Sunak had been woken up 5 in the morning and a meeting was hastily called for G7 and NATO leaders who were in Bali. They were reacting to what had happened in Poland and to the barrage of rockets that struck Ukraine yesterday.
Mr President, how seriously are we taking this? How seriously should we be taking this?
Afterwards, most of the leaders present left with little comment.
Good morning, Mr Trudeau. How serious a moment is this? How seriously should we take it?
The Dutch Prime Minister was more forthcoming.
How seriously is it being taken?
Of course, we are very worried, and it's clear that whatever exactly happened, it is all because of this Russian aggression against Ukraine, which even continues yesterday with the massive shelling of Ukrainian targets by the Russians. So whatever happened exactly, and that's still being established, it's clear that all of this started this whole war, this whole aggression by Russia.
The United States is our closest ally.
But there was more on the agenda for the Prime Minister. He had his first one-on-one meeting with the US President.
The moment when world leaders here in Bali are seeking to make progress on global peace, Putin is striking civilian targets and children and women. And, I mean, it's almost, in my words, not yours, barbaric what he's doing.
As he prepared to leave the G20, Rishi Sunak offered this assessment.
I think it shows utter contempt for the international rules-based system, and that's why it was right that together with allies we called out his illegal and barbaric war strongly at the sessions that we had.
The final statement, the communique from this summit, deplores the Russian aggression in Ukraine. That part was supported by just most members. Russia, a member of the G20, was never going to back that. But still, that sentiment was backed more strongly by more countries than had been expected at the start. As for Rishi Sunak, barely 3 weeks in the job, he's been dealing face-to-face with some of the most powerful people on the planet and helping to manage a dangerous crisis in Ukraine. Still, he knows his biggest challenge awaits him back home, fixing the UK economy. Andy Bell, 5 News, Bali.